Congratulations on the film. Loved
you.
what I've seen so far.
Thank you.
Can you just tell us, it's obviously the fifth film in the huge franchise that is Ice Age. Where do we find our characters in that collision course?
Well, we first find Manny and Ellie dealing with an impending empty nest. They find out that their daughter is about to get married, and Peaches tells them that they want to move far away after they get married. And so this kind of makes Manny and Ellie panic a little bit. They were expecting Peaches to be near them, at least for a little bit, for a few years. And so this sort of starts a story of Manny needing to embrace the fiancé, Julian, and also learning to embrace the changes that come with their life, their family life. And in this case, it's learning to let go of Peaches.
Excellent. And obviously, we've got Scrat involved again. So we've seen a little bit of footage of him this morning, which is absolutely hilarious. How is he involved in this particular story?
Well, inspired from the first Ice Age, he finds the ship that's encased in ice. He's going to find that very same ship, and he's going to inadvertently launch himself into the cosmos. And after some cosmic mayhem, he's going to end up sending the mother of all asteroids on a collision course with Earth. And so he's going to spend most of the movie, in fact, the entire movie, up in the cosmos, inside the spaceship. And he's going to have a lot of, just sort of situations where technology is sort of his main obstacle.
Okay. And the story itself as a whole, obviously this must have taken years to put together. Where did it sort of all get sort of conceived? How does that ball start rolling in terms of the story?
Yeah, so our producer, Lori Forte, she has been the producer for all the Ice Age movies. And she's usually that comes up with the initial idea, just sort of the basic seed of the idea. And so she was the one who came up with the idea that, the Scrat's gonna find that very same ship from the first movie. And it's gonna be a movie about Manny learning to let go of his daughter, Peaches. So based on that sort of basic pitch, Mike and I were involved, and we start working with a writer, and we start kind of fleshing out the main story.
Excellent. And you've been involved in Ice Age since the very beginning. 15 years, I think it is now?
Yeah, since I started end of '99, so it's been a lot. It's been a long time, but it truly doesn't feel that way because we really enjoy what we do. Going to work every day is just a pleasure, and everybody we work with is so talented and so passionate about filmmaking and animation specifically that it's just good fun.
And you started out as an animator on those early films, and then obviously you've moved up to co-director on this. How did you find that transition? Because it must be completely different as to what you were doing before.
Yeah, in some ways it's very different, and in other ways it's similar. It's similar in a way that, as an animator, when you're working in a specific shot, you're still concerned about the storytelling, except in a much smaller scale. As a co-director, you're still dealing with kind of the same storytelling and same characters, but you're dealing with it at a much larger scale, and you're working with different tools. So instead of working with the animation tools, you're working with, how the fur looks and how the materials look and how the lighting will help support the emotional arc in the story. Similarly, the working with the composer and how the music will help support the ideas and the comedy. So it's kind of similar in some ways, but you're using different tools.
Okay, and the technology must have developed massively over those 17 years since you've been working on the franchise. How much has it changed in that time?
It has been a tremendous amount of change. Just the technology, let's say with the fur, is completely different. And so we've actually had to rebuild our characters to keep up with the technology. And just effects like, smoke and water and dealing with the simulation of long hair. These are all just so hard to do. And now it's something that's actually something that we can do, but not only that, but we managed to get it all in one film, which is really a huge undertaking.
Cool. I'm also interested in the cast that you've got in this film. There's some new characters, I believe in this, voiced by some new voices that have come to this film for the first time. But we also see the return of Simon Pegg, which is great to see from the third film. How did he become back involved in the fifth film in the series?
We've always loved his character, and he was personally my favorite on Ice Age 3. And, we just wanted to wait for the right moment to bring him back, and we thought we had that moment working on this one. And he has a really great role. He basically finds a prophecy, a tablet, that tells him what's about to come. And it says that, this asteroid, this massive asteroid, this Earth-ending asteroid is about to come in and get everybody. So he goes up and tries to warn his friends. So he's great. We love his character.
And with the cast, I mean, I'm always intrigued as to how this kind of thing works. So do they come in and record the voices first, or do they do that then with the animation done afterwards, or is it the other way around?
It's as much as possible. We like to record the actors first because they do bring so much to the characters. It would be really limiting, I think, to have the animation done and to have Simon Pegg, this amazing actor, come in and try to fit with the animation that we have. So we really like to record the actors first. They have such a specific way, a specific timing, inflection in the performance, and they also improvise quite a bit. And so, we ask the actors to bring what they can to the role and to the character, and then the animator will go in and animate to the voice actor.
Okay, excellent. My next question was about improvisation. So there's clearly a lot of that goes into that, and obviously develops the character.
Absolutely. So, it's a very organic process. We'll show the actor, obviously we'll give them the script pages, but also we'll show them storyboards. Let's say on the first record, we'll just have the script, and they'll sort of record kind of a base level thing. We'll come back with the sequence put together with storyboards. We'll show it to the actor, and they might come up with different ideas, and they might want to improvise a particular section of it, and so we're completely open to that, and we welcome that, and they do a lot of it, and so that's how it gets in there.
Excellent. And with animation as a whole, obviously we've got Pixar doing their thing, we've got Disney obviously having a quite successful year. You guys have got the longest sort of franchise of all time. Where do you see sort of animation moving into the future, going forward in the next 15, 16 years, for example?
Well, it seems like, there's quite a bit of movies coming out these days. I think in any given year we'll probably get, like 15 or so animated movies coming out. I do see a lot of potential in game animation, and there's a new movement now for VR experience that it's just a different medium for animation. So I think I see a lot of growth, I think, in those emerging technologies.
Yeah, excellent. And where do you see yourself moving forward? Because obviously this is your first feature-length film as director. You've obviously done shorts before. What about you? What's next for you in the future?
Well, I hope to continue working. I hope to continue making films that hopefully will capture the audience's hearts, and moving on to the next, come up with my own films. Original ideas would be great to do.
Excellent. Do you have would you like to make that transition to sort of live action? It's obviously completely different, but not really in a directing kind of way.
Well, I'll cross that bridge when I get there. I think right now I'm really interested in creating more animated films, and we'll see where that goes.
Excellent. And my very last question, obviously this is Ice Age Collision Course, kind of signals the end, but was there potential for any more films in this particular franchise? 'Cause I'm sure the audience would love to see more.
If the audience embraces it, and if there's an appetite for it, absolutely. We'd love to make more Ice Age movies.
Great. Well, good luck with the film. I really love the footage we saw this morning. Look forward to seeing the finished article.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right.
Cheers.